Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for watching A Touch of Tarot. I really want to thank you all for your subscriptions and your likes. I am getting more and more likes on my videos, and that is greatly appreciated because it actually helps me. And as many of you know, any of the naysayers, life isn't always positive, and we have to face it. I'm actually doing a lot of research on the backlash that can come if you're just in Zen all the time, because that's not possible. And anyhow, I'm not going to get into it. I'll save it for another video. I'm just making the comment because I see people complaining about the small things, like the fact that I've asked for donations or whatever it may be. I've never put a number on the donation, and I'm sorry if you can't afford $1 and you rather complain. Really, just keep it to yourself. Don't complain because you get blocked on my channel. And some of you, some people, I've like gone and searched for them to make sure they get blocked. I found their own channel, reported them, whatever I could do to just make sure they're blocked. I'm like, don't even watch my shows. Okay, because this actually takes energy to do. By the way, thank you everyone that has booked the karmic readings with me. I really do appreciate that as well. This is actually quite enjoyable for me because I feel like I have no attachment to it. So I can be creative and really look into it with like totally separated from it. So it's very interesting for me. Okay. Anyhow, let's begin this reading, everyone. And once again, thank you so much for your likes and subscriptions. Okay. So this time, for some reason, I was called to read the Wheel of Fortune card in this deck. Normally, I pick up on the string and the attachment and the 3 people there and 2 of them holding onto this string. But I was called to actually read on that card, and I am using my mini dark deck, which has to do a lot with the karmic energy, which I haven't used for almost a year, technically, but I've been using it for the karmic readings, the private ones. Anyhow, let's begin. So we have the combined energy, and this is just absolutely incredible. I hate usually when the combined energy is 2 cards, but I have to take them. This is the message. So I looked it up. The first card we have here is the Wheel of Fortune, and wait until you hear this one. Okay. In the hands of destiny, we are the fates. And notice there's 3 there, right? This is the year of the number 3 for me. This represents a lot of change happening, spiritual and physical change. This is the year of wisdom, things coming to light, things you can no longer ignore, okay? We are the fates. We hold the thread of any destiny. We decide of birth and we decide of death. Life is a journey made of ups and downs, of joy and sadness. Sometimes night will be starry and illuminated, which it does get illuminated here. A wish comes true. Some other times night will be dark and harsh. Those are the cycles of any existence, and this you must accept. So what this tells me right off the bat, which is beautiful, we have this 10 of Swords energy, but you see this person is just like floating around, almost on the fence, I want to say, unsure of where this is going or what to do, unable to make a move. Well, guess what? We have the 3 fates here stepping in. And what happens here is quite incredible. The way this story unfolded really shocked me because we have this female, I'm going to call her. I'm trying to get a little more polite. You know what I mean? Because I don't need to put those words in my mouth for her. Anyhow, so we have this female, and we have the Judgment card, and we have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups for me, this is her energy. This is representing her energy. The Knight of Cups for me has to do with this magnetic compass. And it's almost as though every time the masculine has tried to walk out of this woman's life, she has been able to somehow pull him back in. It could be seductively. It could be through her words. It could be her putting on a little bit of a show, like, I'm an angel. Don't leave an angel. Do I see kids here? I do see that energy of the family energy. So there could be kids involved. But more importantly, this is about, like, I don't know how to put it, like a couple that's maybe worked together possibly or created, this image together. And on the masculine side, This is exactly how the cards came out. And what this tells me is, it's almost, so I'm just trying to pick up on that. It's no longer a fairy tale. He is literally ready to escape for his life. This is my card of someone like run. It could be like the run, Forest, run energy, but it's like get the F out of here quick. So I'm not sure if something is going to be happening right now or something has happened, because this is his current energy. The 10 of Cups, it is over. It's like the last apple has been picked from the tree. The last rosebud has been picked from the bush. The last morsel has been, it's complete. It's done. It's finito. Goodbye. And there's a very strong full moon energy here. And this just tells me completion, okay? Even with the Two of Pentacles, this is Cinderella. The time has come. It is time to get back in your carriage and go away from here. You have to, before you disappear or turn into smithereens, really. Like, it's time to go for him. So he has this strong energy of wanting to escape. She has this strong energy of constantly pulling him back no matter what. And in the center, there's this energy of like something that's dead. And the three fates have finally stepped in. Finally, okay? So I pulled for continuation of the story from this small little deck here. And it's really interesting because she got 4 cards and I'm like, what the heck? I just want 1, but we get 4, so we keep them. And what I honestly heard in my head is this song. Now, I think it's a rap song or something. I don't know the song, but I hear money, power, sex. And it's like money. We have the sex here and we have the power with the strength card. Now look at this Lover's card. I used to always confuse this with the 3 of Cups, but this is actually the Lover's card in this deck. And in this deck, it shows that this masculine has his eyes on this purple dressed woman. And there's this other woman flashing her everything, just getting his attention. And this could be what she had constantly done to get him to come back, that magnetic power. Like, no, you got to come to me. You got to save me. I'm your, like, why do I feel this energy of like angel, almost like, what am I looking, not like, yeah, okay, sure, victim. I don't know, like your princess, like you got to help me, like save me type of an energy. Every time he gets the strength to do anything, this is the energy she comes up. She goes and overrides it. Because look at this woman sits on him. So it's like she overrides his strength and she gets her own power. But guess what? There's a buildup of this crap. And the tower is crushing down here. It's not going to be lasting much longer. Now, on his side of the energy, to continue his story, he has the 5 of Cups. And he's looking to the past. And, once again, I'm picking up this strong 3 people energy here. Like, he is done with this situation with her. He is done with living this lie. Fully done with it. He's like, he's accepted that, this was wrong. And I do want to mention, I do have a message from the Divine Masculine that I will get into at the very end for the Divine Feminine. Just reminded me there. He's ready for a new cycle and he's ready to make a new offer in a new direction, facing forward. Between the 2 of them, the combined message here, we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles, and they came out together. Now, I separate all these cards, so it's pretty interesting how the cards fell out. I'll show you in a minute. But the 10 of Pentacles here is about a family home. However, you notice this woman and her horns. Now, I when I said that right now, I heard like horny. There's something about her sexuality. She's very flamboyant with her sexuality. That might be how she, there is ways to trigger people, unfortunately. Not everyone, but, a lot of people can get triggered with that. Just when they see you're interested in someone else, they come back. They're like, no, you're mine. So there could be something with this sexuality because this woman does not want to be left out in the cold. Normally, the 5 of Pentacles would be someone left out in the cold or both people. She doesn't want it. And what I picked up the energy of is like fur coats and lavish lifestyle. She doesn't want to be left out in the cold. She wants this 10 of Pentacles because it takes care of her. It supports her. Even the friggin' dog is whimpering here, okay? This woman has some serious issues that are only picked up by the highest scent. If that makes any sense, like by people in a high level. And it's not that the masculine isn't on a high level, but he is quite manipulated by this whole situation. He's like her savior or something. I know I'm going to pick up the word I'm looking for after. So I said, tell me more, as usual. Tell me more. That should be my channel. So we have the Fool card. So I'm like, oh, like new beginning, where? Like what's happening here? The next two cards that came out, these two came on their own, is the Queen of Wands and the Pentacles. So there's something about this new beginning that gets blocked. And I'm not quite sure how to put it, but that's the message I got. And these two cards came out together. Somewhere along the line, this woman, see how she's facing the past. She makes the wrong decision. She makes a wish, but something about her wish is tainted. So this is where these three fates step in. It's actually right dead center in there. This is where the three fates are stepping in now. She's made some sort of a wish, or she has effed with destiny. Something maybe she was praying for or trying to do. She's effed with destiny, literally. Like they're pissed, which is why they step in. Sorry, woman, you can't block all this. And so what this tells me with the Queen of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles is she tries to block it and ends up single. She ends up single with money, by the way. So there's more to this story because this is about her wish coming true. So Justice steps in. Okay, so this is the Justice card to clarify that new beginning card. Justice steps in here. And interestingly enough, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which would normally represent a third party, right? But it's over. And yeah, there's money here. Okay, cool. But Justice has stepped in and she has got her wish. She wanted the divine feminine to be gone. Well, she's got the separation. However, she's part of the separation. The masculine no longer has to sneak around. No one has to hide anything here. We have the Seven of Swords. I had to clarify the Seven of Swords because we had the Seven of Swords and then over here the Seven of Wands. And I'll get into this part after. So to clarify the Seven of Swords, it was an energy of depression, of doubt, of sadness. But I feel more like it was coming from this woman. Like she's just like this victim. Once again, that victim energy, but like me. I don't know, crying. Like it's all about me. And I'm like down and depressed and save me. And, you know, be my savior, my hero. And that could have been the energy that was constantly getting him back. But there's no more sneaking around. He literally has to face the truth. And I actually heard that when I was looking at these. It was time he had to finally face the truth. So the most beautiful part that came out next, these four cards came out together, literally just like this. Now watch this one. Like this. No, it came out like this, whatever. It just came out splattered there. So I'm looking and I did not expect to find the queen under the king there. So I got a little confused at first because I'm like, oh no, what's happening? But remember, the divine feminine has been showing up as the Queen of Swords. And she did, I believe, in yesterday's reading and many others. And she's here twice. And we have the Moon card and the Wands. So I'm like, okay, so there is some sort of a connection here because this is a match. And though it can be, if I want to interpret it, a dark match, it can also be a beautiful match. Both of them have their swords facing down and they're very honest. And they're just in that level where they match. There's no more emotional issues here. Not with this couple, okay? The emotions are over here with this woman, Mrs. Cray Cray. But over here, this is an energy of people that are actually able to work together. And the Seven of Wands is what came out to clarify those two, because I'm like, tell me more. And what that tells me is the masculine is ready to defend what he wants. He's ready to fight for what he wants. When do we ever see a Seven of Wands with a sword in it? This person is not using a wand. He has a sword. He is ready to chop down this Queen of Wands and her nasty energy and all. And it's flying in there. She's going to be coming at him many different ways. So for the Moon card, I'm like, okay, tell me what the Moon card's about then. And we have a man here with a wish. This is the Nine of Cups, a wish coming true. So we know what his wish is, all right. His wish is to be separated from this woman. So this is where I got a little confused because we had the Six of Wands. And I'm like, tell me what's this about? Oh, no. You know, like, what is the victory here? especially once I saw the Queen of Wands again. So this is where it gets interesting, because the cards, the way they stopped when she came out, it has to do with her getting her wish. She's getting her wish, but it's not the way she expected it. We have here at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Swords and the Hierophant. So what this tells me is she's getting her wish. And I went into it even more because I'm like, no, I need to know more about this one. This wish, huh? Like, what the heck is going on here? It's on his side type of energy, you know? So she's getting her wish. She wanted the third party situation over. Okay, well, here you are, Queen. You're by yourself. We have this energy of the Queen of Swords and the Hierophant, which tells me there's a connection that's going to be happening, possibly even like a commitment. And then underneath we have that Nine of Wands energy. Oh yeah. So this lady gets her wish all right. She's going to be single. Now, the next thing I had to clarify more, because I'm like, no, tell me more about this Six of Wands, because that can be, you know, victory and this and that. Even though it's a dark energy, I needed to know more. And guess what came out? The Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. But in the Three of Swords, the bird is dead. It's over. Like, there's something that's done here. The only person suffering now is her. She's done whatever damage she thought she could do. She got her money. Queen of Pentacles, she got her money. But she also ended up alone and single in her Nine of Wands energy, suffering because of her bad choice. Back to the Seven of Cups energy. Beautiful. I'm going to get right into the message from the Divine Masculine at this point, because as I always say, I don't want to be here forever. This is what's going on though with this, whoever this relates to. My favorite part of this reading is that the three fates have stepped in. So the number 3 may be very important to you, as you'll see why in this message, in this next message. So I asked, what is the message from the Divine Masculine to, I don't want to see these cards anymore, sorry, to the Divine Feminine? And the reason I asked that during this reading is because of the fact that it is a new moon. And this is a good time to set intentions, everyone, and to do some releasing. It doesn't have to be necessarily for your Divine Masculine, but if I were you, I'd add that in there. And I'm just going to pull out these crystals and let's just get some beautiful energy over here now. Clear up this other stuff. Put that in the past, because that's where it's about to go, okay? Now, I'll pull out, I think I should really get into these 3 cards first. It's actually in reverse of how I pulled them out, but let's just get into this for a second. So I asked, what is the message from the Divine Masculine to the Feminine? And I'm only going to use this book for one of the cards. Let me get it ready, because it's really deep actually, and it's really meaningful. So the first message is there's a release that's going to be happening, okay? And the reason that this release is happening is because the three fates have stepped in. There's a release from his heart chakra, from whatever he was tied to. He is literally going to be going through a spiritual ascension. He is going to be having a lot of growth happen right now. And I'm going to read a little bit of this card. It is called Cedarwell. Okay, now it's really interesting. She's the goddess of transformation, and this is exactly what is happening with this Divine Masculine right now. And this could also be happening with the Divine Feminine. If you are feeling ill, or if you are feeling any sort of symptoms that you can't explain, it's most likely connected to him going through this ascension. And going through an ascension, from what I've been researching, like, you literally rip yourself apart, and you have to get to the nitty gritty, to actually face it. It's not about running from it. It's about observing it and just realizing where you are, observing it like you're on the outside. Okay. Now let's see. His plans were not going in the direction he hoped, and they're telling him not to fear this. An outcome that will surpass your expectations is literally on the way. When you try too hard to control things, often there's a loss of control we most experience. The more we try to push back in the direction we believe things should be heading, the more off course we become. So this has to say that, you know, this is kind of letting the feminine know what's going on, okay? Now, if the numbers 313 mean anything to you, threes have always been very special to me personally. That was part of my ascension. That was, you know, the first numbers I saw were 111. and then it was 333, and then it was 331. And it's interesting. We have this 313 energy here. Okay. And I didn't know. I actually only pulled one card, only to find there was another one underneath. But the first card to me made so much sense. I was like, oh, perfect. I'm not going to pull another card. This is messages to the divine feminine from the masculine, right? And it's time. Her name is Ariane Hood. However you pronounce it, I don't really care, to be honest. Sorry about that. But I even see the symbol here, this like 3 swirls here. Like there is something in the works of happening right now. But what he's asking for is to give him some time. Something is happening here. The natural course of ascension, the natural course of release is happening here. But look what's underneath, okay? New beginning. So number 13, transformation, right? I see this moon energy here. And this is like, this could honestly be this new moon energy because there is no symbol here up on my moon chart like this. The closest thing to it would be the new moon, technically. So there's a new beginning, new moon. And that is literally happening tonight. I believe if you're in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, it's around 4:50 a.m. tomorrow. You know what I mean? So that's tonight, after 12 a.m. type of thing. So there's new beginnings and he's asking for your time, okay? Now, these cards, they pull out like this. Okay, so the first one we have is forgiving and learning. Now this, I'm going to have to explain this to you a little bit. Forgiving and learning, new love, and make the effort. Sure, some of you could have someone new coming in, but this is not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people that this message resonated with, and this person will be coming back now because he's finally being freed by the divine fates, the 3 fated women. Thank you. So this is what the message is. Forgiving and learning is very important. And he asks you to forgive him. And please, like, he's learning. He's in the learning process, okay? He will be coming back as something new. I don't know why I keep on wanting to say lobster. So some of you may really enjoy lobster. I keep on wanting to say that. So he will be coming back as someone new. And he's asking you to please trust him. We have that here. But to make an effort to understand that he is a new person. He is a changed person, okay? The next cards that came out were trust and reconciliation. So he is asking you to trust this process and to trust him when he does come back. There's a strong energy of this soulmate connection. So you can call it whatever you want to call it. Twin flame, soulmate, divine counterpart, divine partner, soul twin. I like that soul twin one. There's a strong chemistry here. And he's just asking you to realize the magic is not gone between the two of you, even if he comes back as someone new. Trust in him that he is actually still that connected to you. Like, look at this beauty in this card. That connection can't be broken, okay? And that's exactly what I'm feeling to say. So 3 cards came out here, and I didn't really get a chance to look into them, which is absolutely fine. I remember this one, forgiveness. Forgiveness is a big key here. And if you're holding on to any grudges, this may be a perfect time for you to release them, because you have to. Like, you have to wipe the slate clean, okay? And I keep on hearing that song, and I've heard it most of the day today, No One by Alicia Keys can get in the way of what I'm feeling. So maybe that's a song for some of you to maybe that's something for you, right? So speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Now, I'm just picking up on a message right now, and I don't even, sometimes these messages come in so quick, I don't even know how to say them. It's something about the fact that you can actually alter someone's energy with your words, and make them more receptive to hearing and to receiving and to giving messages. So just keep your words on point. Women here, come on, and men too. I have a lot of men. I have a lot more men now on my channel. Thank you guys. Watch your words, okay? What's more important, you know? And so we have the physical touch card. And when let me finish that sentence. What's more important? Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? I want to be happy. Really, I want to be happy, okay? Honestly. And no, money doesn't buy happiness. It doesn't buy happiness. But if you've ever been homeless, you know it gets you pretty close to that. But then it comes along with a whole other list of problems, okay? No, okay? You can't buy love. Love is the most happiness thing out there, really, honestly. But no one wants to be broken love. I understand. I get it. Physical touch is important. Now, when I saw this card, the only thing I was thinking is that this man really has you on his mind. It's man or woman, whoever you are and whatever side you resonate with, because I understand that we have, masculines here picking up the feminine energy, and even vice versa. Feminines here picking up the masculine energy in like a not same-sex relationship. It goes whatever way it resonates. And I thank you all for you figuring that out on your own without having to like complain to me. This person, you're on their mind. They can't wait to see you. They want to touch you so bad. And I just thought I heard the word cuddle. I don't know why, because I look here and I'm like, did I read that? No, but there's hugs. And they're actually asking you from above. They're actually asking you to get more connected to the people around you and to actually pat them on their back, like not in a little puppy way, not in a little sympathetic way, like, hey brother, hey sister, like tap their back and like missed you, to your friends, like just they're asking you to get physical with the people around you, and not in the sense of sexual, but hugs and touching, because it brings that energy to you and it helps you be more open and receptive for when this person comes back. And look at how they're both there by each other, touching each other, telling you this person really has you on their mind, and they cannot wait for the day. They hope, and because I was just corrected there. It's not about they hope, because you never know. And look how that fell over, right? You never know. They hope you will accept them, and they hope that day comes where they can have this reconciliation. But time and patience are needed here. It's really important, okay, guys? So that is the story of this karmic and what's happening her, who talks like that. Maybe she does. I don't know, her. And a wish is coming true, but it's not the way you would expect the wish to come true. Sorry, hon. She backfired her own wish on herself. So there will be a separation. You cannot intervene with the divine fate, with the three fates. And as I say that, I'm looking up here. One of my affirmations, I have union right now and it feels so beautiful, but that's not what I was looking at. This is a universal 3-year. It is a conscious reminder to be aware of the 3 aspects of your being and align your mind, body, and soul in the direction of love to become a source of possibility in your life. Keep that in mind. Stay in this multidimensional state of I am possible. Get rid of that other word, impossible. No, I am possible. Everything you want is possible. Do some clearing too. And I do want to say I have been on a raw diet the last 2 days because I'm feeling this energy. And I'm like, well, if my masculine's all clogged up, I need to like work on myself, because I cannot sit here and take on his energy like that. And it actually literally helped me within 24 hours having fruits. And I finished the day with a salad, a huge salad, like the size of like my desk, because the girl's got to eat still. But, and it took me a few hours to finish. But anyhow, point being, I'm just saying, some of you might want to look into that. And I do have a new playlist below that says, I think it's labeled My Type of Health, something like that. And there's a couple of videos I put on there about kidneys and about digestion, because I was like, what the heck is going on with me? And I realized I'm picking up on symptoms that are not mine. And I did the kidney filtration this morning to check it out. And my kidneys are filtering. So I'm like, why are they in pain? Some of you do need to drink some more water. And I actually, I don't know if I should be saying it, but I got into hydrogen peroxide. I don't know if you know about food grade hydrogen peroxide. Maybe you want to do some research on it. Maybe I'll include it in that playlist down there. But I've done it years ago and then I stopped. But you know what? I brought it back. And it's you have to be careful. It can be very dangerous if you don't, if you push it. So thank you all. Thank you. Okay. Bye for now. Have a good new moon. Have a good new moon. Bye, everyone.